You know, he's light skinned, I'm dark skinned. There's no difference. We both have red blood. You know,
Yep.
we have unity. Just met him instantaneously. Came together because great minds think alike. You know, and that unity now we're giving a message to the world.
Wow. Hey, you! We are not in Fayetteville, North Carolina, but this interview is. This is the People's Podcast, too. I'm the Y guy, and you are our Y.
I think in some type of way, we struggle a little bit every day.
I just pray and then put my effort into whatever thing I want to put it into.
Communication is the key to success. I mean, that's what they say.
Absolutely. Yeah, unity is so important.
Hey, everybody. This is the Y guy. We're in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and we're here with.
Watts, Wall Street Watts.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for the conversation we had before. I'm excited for the people to hear what you got to say. You've got some awesome wisdom that are built up, and I just appreciate everything that you've given me beforehand. And I'm just, like I said, excited for them to hear what you got to say. So thank you so much for being willing to sit down with me. Well, we're standing here, but at the same time, do an interview with me.
Right,
so thank you so much. And are you from Fayetteville?
I am from New York.
Okay.
Through nursing, I traveled to Fayetteville.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
And so nursing's a profession, right? And how's that? Why'd you get into that?
Well, I did lighting. I went to college for audiovisual, worked on lighting, and toured with Aerosmith and did a lot of broadcast lighting. And it seems like I was just taking a lot, took a lot from my kids, took a lot from society, and I felt the need to give back. It was no longer the money that affected me. It was the frowns on people's face that I affected in my pursuit of wealth, and I had to change that up. So I decided to give back to the universe and to life, because our main thing, as we talked about earlier, is giving. You know, the more you can give, the more goodness that you was giving back, that more goodness that you're gonna be getting back.
Mm-hmm.
So I stopped being a taker in life and started to be a giver.
Man, that message right there, we could end this whole entire thing. Cut it off and just give that to everybody, and that could be the number one nugget from this whole entire conversation. So that was huge. And do you think if your story was told to anybody, it can make an impact on their life?
Man, I think that honestly, everybody impacts everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a long life, when you're a child and you're growing up, you are impacted from, most of the time, your parents. You know, and you grow up, and then your influence become your friends, and along the line, sometimes we miss, and our impacts become social media. You know, social media is big in this world now, and that's why a lot of parents have to pay attention to what's impacting our children. You know, because we are all influenced by something, and that's major. You know, the trees is influenced by the wind.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow. Yeah.
You know, everything influences everything else, and that's what got me on my positive outreach, is that I want to influence the world. I'm probably gonna die a failure, but that's my mission.
Yeah, I love that.
You know, to influence the world in a positive way. So that's I think your question, like you asked that question about influence, and my answer is yes. Everything influences everything else.
I appreciate your humility in that too, and recognition that it's the most giant, lofty potential, but you're taking them step by step, and you're humble in understanding that you might not even reach to where you want to get, but you're still trying every single day to move forward step by step. And that, once again, that's huge enough to just be able to offer everybody. So thanks again. And have you ever dealt with any kind of struggle before?
Oh man, this is major because a lot of people is afraid to say it, but man, I was homeless. You know, I was homeless. I slept in abandoned houses at times. You know, I wasn't so good. I had took my family to my aunts because I knew that they were safe there, and I went out to find a better resource for them. In the process, I was in a place of disaster, you know, so to speak. But through my faith in God and through the powers of the universe, I gain favor, and it's funny that that favor is chosen on whom it may be given to.
Mm-hmm.
So I was favored in my low, and most of the times it's like, gosh, I'm not favored in the high. Some people are. Don't get me wrong, but most of the time, oftentimes, we are favored at our down, deep, darkest moments in life. And I say this to tell the world, those darkest moments don't define who you are. It's gonna make you.
Mm.
It's gonna make you who you are. So I always say, trust the process. That's one of my
Love
favorite words. Trust the process, because that process is not taking anything from you. Is adding on to you. Whether it be hurt, guess what? It will make you stronger.
Mm.
Confusion, it will make you wiser. Weakness, it's gonna make you better. So trust the process. You where you at because you're supposed to be there.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Don't worry about being down. Don't I feed the birds of the air? Don't I feed the fish of the sea? A wise book once said.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you not believe that I have you? Aren't you above them?
Yeah. Love it.
You know what I mean? So
Yes.
don't worry about your down process. Just start taking. We just was talking about it. The small steps. Don't think about, oh, I need $1,000 to get this business. No, all you need is a meal to and a grill to start cooking. Start baby steps, and them baby steps are going to multiply as long as it's in a productive, forward moving way.
Yes.
So
Man, that was
yeah,
awesome. Well drawn out, and I mean, just going just straight to where you were at your lowest and offering that, I think is just amazing. So thank you for being willing to get to that point, because I always just say the deeper you can get, the better in just conversation, and the depth just more relatable. It's the more, you can draw more
right.
emotion, and people can connect with that so much better. So thank you for getting there, and then also offering steps of what you learned from that experience,
Oh
and
yeah,
what it was
yeah.
one thing, like a practice that you committed to daily, maybe in your lowest, or even what you do today to just keep moving forward.
Man, I'm glad you asked that. I'm super happy to tell the world, because this channel, I believe, is not meant for just him and I,
Mm.
and you guys who's on here, the subscribers to see, but it's for the world. We're gonna touch the world with this video, and I believe in it. And what he just asked is major. What can you do to change your circumstance around? There's millions of people. Like I said, I was homeless, slept in abandoned buildings, and what did I do? What I did was amazing. Um, Number one, so as a man thinks of in his heart, so is he. Not the heart, but the heart. And I changed the way I thought. I changed my thoughts. And when I changed my thoughts, a great mentor taught me, unless you change, nothing will change for you. And until you change, everything will remain the same. So first, change start within you, your thoughts, and then you branch out to good people. Jim Ron,
Mm.
awesome man. He changed my life. Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, another book that changed my life. Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad, influential. Um, the Richest Man in Babylon,
Mm.
great books. So you want to reach out to like we talked about, influences, everything influence everything else. Once I realized that, I said, what do I have to do? It was no longer what you want to do because you down. I'm homeless. It's what do I have
Mm.
to do? to change my circumstance. And I know a lot of people was looking at this saying, I'm ready for this change because I'm in the same predicament. And that's why we're here to tell you that there's certain books that it's imperative that we read, that we begin to change our thoughts. Because with our change, we fall in the laws of attraction. Who you are, you will attract. So I'm happy to read those books, to having to read those books, and to gain insight that my thinking wasn't right. It was amazing and also startling to find out the way that I was thinking from my youth to my adulthood was all wrong. It's amazing to find out that, but it's also necessary.
Yeah.
Because when you find that, you find yourself. And I found myself in a down place, and I started changing by listening to other people. And I said, you know what? I got it. I got it. And when I got it, everything started to change for me. So affirmations, our words become life. It's major. If you start by saying the little, thank you for this gift called life, being thankful.
Yeah.
Thank you for waking me up. Thank you for this meal. Just being thankful for the little. He said, if you be faithful of the little, I'll make you rulers of many. So right now, we are, yourself and I, are the product of being faithful to a few. And when he met me, he said, I have a few subscribers. And I said, wow, I do too. But the main thing is we're bringing our message to the world, despite how the world would judge us and look at us being homeless, and me myself, and saying wow, but at the same time we're being faithful of the few, and we're gonna fall in that law of being rulers of many. So that change, as you asked, starts in affirmations, saying a little bit, saying a little bit, just being grateful for the little and speaking it, and then speaking your change. I want to change. I'm going to change, and then you become I am change, and that's when things start turning around for you. You wake up and you just say I am change every day. I am change. Not I am changing, because you will forever be changing, but I am who you are. He said in that great book that I always gravitate to, it says, who should I say sent me? Who should I say sent me? He said, say I am sent you. We are. And that's where your change began. Speaking. By words, the foundations of the world was formed. The tongue is the tiny rudder that turns the whole ship. By words we are justified, and by words we are condemned. Our words live, it breathes, it exists, it brings life. And we're going to get this out to the world. Because when I changed, it was through my words. I started speaking, being grateful. And through my words, my whole life began to shift. Being conscious about our time, our space, and our energy. When we put our time in, where we at, we need to be conscious about where we at. And we need to be conscious, most importantly, about who deserves our energy and where we putting it at. Because if a bunch of energy go to one source, what do you have? A power surge, a blowout. Too much energy in one place. So you gotta know energy, you gotta know time. There's been people, my grandmother used to say, at the wrong place at the wrong time. They were at the wrong place at the wrong time. So being conscious about our time is major, and that's what can the start of being the new you.
Yep.
Being the new you.
Yep. I appreciate that. And man, I could even say how much more grateful I am for you once again being willing, but also just your message of gratitude. Because I think simplicity is everything. And gratitude is the most simple thing you can do every day, but it's the most forsaken thing I think there is in a lot of days. So I appreciate you for that message too. And I think we could chop up maybe 30 different chops right there and just put that on there, because that was an
Right.
awesome, well drawn out answer too. And I appreciate it so much. And do you think there's a good power in communication and building relationships with people?
Man, there's nothing better. I think the Most High. No, I know. I'm not gonna say I think. I know that we were all put here, and we interconnected, and I think that people need each other. That we all need each other to grow, to learn. Could you imagine if we were the only person in the world?
Yeah.
You
It
know,
wouldn't be anything. That'd be
right,
nuts.
right. And they said it was told. I don't know if it's fact. Uh, it was said that if a baby is left in the crib right after a mother has conceived her, and that baby don't get love, it wouldn't exist.
Oh wow.
It would die, and that's just how strong we are connected to each other. You know, it's just getting connected to that positive source, and growing with the people in life who's positive.
Dude,
So yeah.
thank you so much for
Oh
that
yeah.
example too, because that is, I've heard something like that too. So I'm not the person, I'm not necessarily a doctor you could say to know 100% true how true
Right.
it is, but I've definitely heard some things around that. It might be conspiracy, but what I've heard and my a deep dive in some
Right.
places that I might not have needed to be, but at the same time, I'm right there with you. And do you think goal setting is necessary to inspire action and move forward every day?
Man, goal setting is major to your movement forward in life. A lot. I look at a lot of YouTubers that said make a vision board, and that's part of your goal, your vision board to basically make what you want and go after it, and that's setting goals. But more importantly, those smaller goals that equals to those larger goals. But goal setting is imperative. We have to do it. We have to set goals as far as long-term goals as well as short-term goals. When we set those goals to go after and we mark it off, not only does it gives us a sense of completion and of happiness and of joy that you have accomplished that goal that you've been going after for I don't know how long. It just makes the life here on earth more appreciative. Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love that. I think I just read in Proverbs while I was on there, desire of the heart is gladness to the soul. So
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
it's
That's all.
amazing.
Hey, say that again.
The desire to the heart is gladness to the soul, and I'm
Right.
pretty sure that's exactly what it was in Proverbs 14 or 13 that I just read this morning. So I
Awesome.
appreciate you. You pretty much answered that in a more drawn out way. So thank you so much. My last question is: do you think a message like unity in today's world can make an impact if it gets out to the people?
Man, like I said, my life, I'm gonna die trying to connect people, and that's basically unity. It's connecting people. It's like putting that. Sorry about the car.
Yeah.
Putting that puzzle we call life together. And what I like to say is, I like to compare unity to a puzzle. Every piece fits perfectly. What happens in life is when you get that piece that look like it belongs there, and we try to shove it in there because it got the same, but it don't fit. It's an eye in a garbage can, you know, and we try to fit it there. But when you get the part that fits, and like I said, life is a puzzle and it fits perfect. It's not for us to worry about. That unity is brings us all together, connects us. We, you, he's light skinned, I'm dark skinned. There's no difference. We both have red blood.
Yep.
We have unity. Just met him instantaneously. Came together because great minds think alike. And that unity now we're giving a message to the world.
Wow.
That's how
Yeah.
unity work.
Yep.
And it's crazy how that was the last question, because it pretty much brings everything together. He's got his work like down pat, you know. And I'm grateful that of this unity, because it says if one or two agree,
Mm-hmm.
I'll come
Yes.
sit amongst you. That's how strong unity
Yeah.
is.
How simple it is.
That's
too.
how simple it is. Great analogy. That's how simple it is.
Mm-hmm.
He came and sit amongst us, and we gave a great message to the world. This will, I believe, it's my belief that we unified to reach the world.
I love it.
And it's amazing. That's
love
amazing. That's just how it works. You can be walking through a mall and unify with somebody that's probably going to change your whole life.
Yep.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And what I like to say is not only embrace it as a brotherhood, but get excited about it.
Yes, exactly.
You know, get excited about it.
Yeah.
You know, you showed me right away. I was like, how do you do this on YouTube? And he's like, oh, download this. And I'm like, that's what unity.
Go.
That's unity.
Yes, exactly.
That's the great put together. The great connector.
Yep. That you exchange that nervousness for excitement every single day.
Right. Get excited about it. Don't get nervous about it.
Mm-hmm.
You're fearless. We're here to be fearless.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing to fear but fear itself. The highest form of fear is what? Most people fear death. Once you overcome that, then everything is underneath it. Then you fear no more.
Wow. Exactly.
You fearless, because I'm not afraid of death, and everything is under it. So and I'm over it. So if everything is under it and I'm over it, then I fear nothing. Because my highest was death. No longer fear death. So what is there to fear?
Nothing.
Right.
And there was one man that defeated death for us. So it was amazing.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much, Watson, dude. It's one of the best ones ever. And you're in your progressions of doing exactly what you said through this whole entire thing. You're not just saying these words as empty words. You're daily committed to doing. You're serving as a nurse, but you're also serving on your YouTube channel. What was your YouTube channel again?
It's Wall Street Watts.
Yep.
Wall Street Watts.
And you're doing that. So you're pushing it out there. You're doing awesome. And we've talked way before. And I'm just so grateful for our conversation through this. And you're going to impact a lot of people. Every single answer had 20 different things that could impact somebody. So I'm just so grateful. Like you said, it was meant to be that we met in a great conversation, and just so blessed. And I hope you're good on your travels. And just thank you so much for your time, man. Mind if I get a hug?
Hey, man. Yo.
Oh, you did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for watching this interview. We hope and pray that this story could help you, encourage you, or inspire you to take action in any way. We challenge you to see yourself in every interviewee, and we challenge you to get out and talk to one new person every single day. If this impacted your life in any way, please like, share, and subscribe. We're posting one new video every single day, Monday through Saturday. Thank you so much for your time. This is the People's Podcast. We're praying for you always.
Man, that's deep.